We will get to team coverage on that road rage case in just a moment, but we start tonight with breaking news.
An all-out search tonight for the gunman who shot an Albuquerque police officer in a Walgreens parking lot. Let's get right to News 13's Haley Rush. She's live at the scene at Central and Eubank. Haley?
Dean, Jessica, the word that everyone is using here to describe this scene right here is chaotic. Police cars everywhere as they search for a suspect who shot one of their own. Now, this is the scene near Eubank and Central. Police on every corner. Police say an officer was shot near the Walgreens and the shooter fled. Now, there's a lot of blood in the parking lot. We've blurred that video. Police have not said what led up to the shooting, if the officer was after a suspect or if it was a traffic stop. Neighbors say it ended with 5 to 6 gunshots.
They were at Subway and they heard like the vibrations and stuff from the guns, from the shots.
Now, BCSO and state police are also here to help. No word on the officer's injuries. Now, as you can see, this is a very active scene. Over here is actually the staging area. Now, here's the SWAT team coming in right here. We've seen tanks. We've seen people armed up with guns. They're all staging here and heading over to that Walgreens over there. Now, we'll definitely give you more information as we get it. Back to you.
And expected to give us an update later on tonight. We will go live to that as soon as we get that update. Now, this is the third Albuquerque police officer shot this year. In early January, Officer Lou Golson was seriously wounded after what turned out to be a suspected car thief opened fire on him during a DWI stop. Less than a week later, Officer Jacob Grant was almost killed after a fellow officer opened fire on him during a botched undercover drug bust. This is a developing story. We will keep you updated on the manhunt for tonight's shooter and on the officer's condition. Again, we are expected to have an update any moment now. Keep it right here on KRQE News 13 and the KRQE News app. A sigh of relief tonight for police and a lot of people around Albuquerque.
That's right. Police have arrested a man in the deadly road rage attack that killed a 4-year-old girl, and they say he has confessed. News 13's Gabrielle Burkhart has been following this story since the beginning. Gabrielle?
That's right, Dean. Jessica, police just named the suspect as 32-year-old Tony Torres. The detectives have been questioning him in this case. Now, officers do credit lots of tips from a community that's been rattled by this crime.
Everyone that was involved is breathing just a little bit better with a sigh of relief because this is appearing to wrap up the way we were hoping it would.
Now, this is the car police towed away late this afternoon. Albuquerque police pulled over the Lexus near Central and Sunset today after a tip led them to a, quote, person of interest. Detectives say this is not the car driven during that deadly road rage attack yesterday on I-40 westbound. Police say a man fired off shots at this red pickup truck in an attack of road rage. Inside the truck, 4-year-old Lily Garcia, her 7-year-old brother and dad. The 4-year-old was shot and killed. Now, during the manhunt for Torres, the shooter, the FBI, the city council, mayor, U.S. Marshals, and Crime Stoppers upped the reward to $36,000, leading to an arrest.
It's sad, really. I mean, it makes me sick to my stomach how someone can pull a gun out and shoot at some random people.
The car used in the road rage shooting is described as a maroon or dark red new model Toyota sedan. Officers believe that car is in the garage of a Westgate home and we're waiting on a search warrant to seize it tonight. Now, again, we just heard a man is in custody and has confessed. He was being questioned by detectives all night. Now, we will bring you the very latest as we receive more on this arrest. Back to you.
All right, Gabby, thank you. A business owner who saw that arrest says the area was swarming with police officers when it all went down.
I saw them talking to this guy with a red baseball cap. All the police got around him and started talking to him.
Frances Ortiz says there was no real commotion, but says she and the ladies in her store knew exactly what they were witnessing.
We knew right away that that had to be what was going on.
Ortiz says she is saddened thinking about Lily's death. It's an afternoon she says she and her staff will not soon forget.
People living near the family now grieving over Lily's death say they're devastated. News 13's Lizzie Mitri spoke with some of those neighbors. Lizzie?
Jessica, some are still learning today that the family at the center of this lives just a few doors down from them, while others tell us they immediately recognized their neighbor's truck on the news last night.
Oh, it just has broken our heart. And it's just really, really sad. We're still in shock about it.
As a mom, I mean, my daughter's 3, so I can't even imagine something happening to my daughter. It would break my heart. I would never be the same. So, I'm sorry.
Lily's father posted on Facebook that she was the light of his life. He wrote that she had such a big heart for everybody. She changed his world. His little girl showed him how to truly love regardless of what people thought about him. A neighbor who says her grandson played with Lily remembered her always smiling.
Real happy, real outgoing, really, really beautiful girl. She just, just so full of energy and happy child.
It's just when it involves kids, it hits home, especially when you have kids. So it's a little hard.
Of course, they are happy to hear that police have found the man responsible. Back to you.
All right, Lizette, thank you. Today, Albuquerque's mayor says the city was standing behind Lily and her family in making sure that justice is served.
The Albuquerque Police Department will work with our partners in law enforcement around the clock. They will work tirelessly until we get to the bottom of this murder.
That was the mayor earlier speaking directly to the shooter and demanding he turn himself in, saying they were pouring all of their resources into making sure this case becomes closed. And of course, tonight, as we mentioned, a suspect, 32-year-old Tony Torres, has been charged with her murder.
Governor Susana Martinez says she's also grieving for Lily's family.
It's just sad that you can't do the simple things in life sometimes without having something horrible like this be experienced by your family.
She said the state had reached out to APD and offered help from state police in hopes of capturing a suspect.
After the road rage shooting, an outpouring of support from the community to help the family of Lily Garcia. News 13's Aaron Drawhorn is live in the Newsplex, and he continues our team coverage. Aaron?
Dean, businesses are offering their services and strangers have been moved to dig into their pockets.
In the face of tragedy, when something so horrible happens,
that's just terrible. I can't imagine.
We often see the good side of humanity shine because the public is moved.
This is our town, this is our community, and we've seen the effect that it has had on our town.
Flowers for Lily Garcia, donated for her funeral.
How devastated the parents must be. And now all of a sudden they have to plan a funeral. All that goes with that. Expenses, extreme sorrow.
Anna Johansson, owner of In Bloom Florist, knew she had to do something for Lily.
That was my tia's name.
Johansson says her aunt died 2 years ago this week.
Her name was Lilia Garcia. And that's just my tia's way of telling me this is so the right thing to do.
Michael Wenzel, a nurse and UNM medical student, was there as doctors tried desperately to save Lily's life.
Working in the profession that we do, I'm used to seeing death, but it's always hard when it's a little girl.
A GoFundMe page has been set up. The community has surpassed the $10,000 goal substantially. Moved to come together when an innocent child is the victim of senseless violence.
Saturday, the UNM School of Medicine will donate proceeds from their Halloween dance. Also, we understand both Daniel's Family Funeral Services and French Funerals, they've both stepped up to offer a free burial for Lily. Back to you, Dean.
All right, Aaron, thank you. And there's only one official GoFundMe page to help that family, and we have a link to that page at KRQE.com. And we will let you know as soon as there's more information. Of course, there are already charges tonight against the man who police say killed Lily.